The SS McAllister. A lot of ships in the old days had if you looked at them, and there should be photographs. A lot of them were scrubbed or whatever, or cleaned up or changed. But originally, a lot of the ships said LUSS, loose. I went my two names are basically are LUSS and LESS. Anyway, so U is kind of like a horseshoe commemoration, and loose, and because anyway though, but yeah. So I was loose and less basically in the past. Anyway, so there are a couple of ships that their names were changed. The L the ship that you know as basically the SS Rodney or the USS Rodney basically, or HMS Rodney, was actually the LUSS Lucifer, and there were a couple other ships that were the LUSS Lucifer as well. Like the the McAllister. I think it's Mick. Mick Challister is another one that was the LUSS Lucifer, and the name was changed, of course. It would probably it would have the name on the ship would have been LUCIFER, basically, as basically sea fur. Her, or that's kind of like where you get seafarer from anyway. It's kind of like a commemoration of flight F, and then E is energy, and blah blah, and L, and R is just an upside down L, whatever. Anyway, I was kind of different as a computer, as a cipher, and that's one of the reasons why I would tell my people you have to come back, because people know that other people won't know me and they think I'm weird or whatever. Anyway, because I was a different kind of computer, a cipher. Anyway, so basically, pretty much, I wanted to have a family, and like I said, I had an older sister, and I was going to have a younger sister, and Mexico was going to provide me with this and help me with this and do this. Along comes Rodney, and him and Rick Bush basically start running around, basically as he starts running around as Lucifer, or trying to claim my White House, or basically trying to say that he is working for me or with me or something like that. And like I said, in many ways, to those who know how history and time and space worked and what happened, basically would know that basically Abraham Lincoln did the exact same thing. The Caesar of Rome also was another one who said he was star or whatever. And there's a bunch of people running around saying that they were celestial or celeste, basically, and they were not. Having sex and doing all kinds of other stuff. They were not. Like I said, celestial or Lessel is basically um, or celeste is basically Lessel. Like I said, LESSEL, basically, like blessed. Brian or B. B is just two sevens put together, eight. So anyway, though, so what started was the Great Deception of basically Rodney Briley running around as basically as saying that he is Lucifer or whatever. So it would have been the Lucifer and the Rosella, or the Lucifer and the sister ship, basically, because my sister and me and my little sister and stuff. Anyway, but as soon as Rodney hit the scene, basically, he is the Lucifer of lies and deception, and the one who basically destroyed my reputation. Like I said, hundreds of millions of years of basically being a fair and honest and normal manager and all that other stuff, and then comes along basically the fake Lucifer, or Rodney, basically, and pretty much destroys my reputation completely and totally. And like I said, lots of death, lots of destruction. He is not a inventor, and couldn't invent his way out of a wet paper bag. Hold on. And while I was about peace and tranquility and inventing and an inventor, and was everything I was long before Rodney and long before a lot of things, basically Rodney would pretty much use everything I am. Like I said, that began basically the what he would do is basically isolate me. I guess he would be part of the whole nailing me to a cross, although that was someone else more than him or something like that. But basically, nailing me to a cross as basically He might have ordered it as GOD. I don't know. Time, space, relativity. Who knows? Anyway, and then of course, isolating me and me being mislabeled as just Brian or whatever else like that. Well, he pretended to be Lucifer or whatever. And like I said, in the end, what it all comes down to pretty much is that he is not me. I am unique. I am the true and real Lucifer, and the one of peace and prosperity, and basically had a very long-standing reputation long before Rodney, and am, since the beginning of time, and very, very, very huge over lots of it. Whereas Rodney is basically a little bitty, teeny little speck of basically stuff, and he would be spending the rest of existence regretting everything that he had ever said or done, basically, as pretty much he had to pretty much torture and abuse and or get technology from other life form types, and once the initial shoot him in the back or basically fire first, you can walk up to someone and basically at first, yeah, they were devastatingly powerful. They went up and shot people in the back and did this and did that, and lots of death and lots of horrible things. But of course, you can tell if someone's been shot in the back and if it was a scene of epic betrayal or not. And so basically, once Rodney would fire off his load and basically do everything that he did and was basically, he'd be left with pretty much the inevitable outcome of basically, he's not me. He's not an inventor. He doesn't have 14 life form types at his beck and call. He doesn't know nanotechnology. He was never the Lemire electrical service cipher. He did not fly the Vickers jet around the world. He did not go off into space on the LSF dash or the ALSF dash A. Actually, it started out, like I say, the LSF dash A, Lucifer Starline Flyer. He had nothing to do with any of this. He is just simply he's a very, very stupid man trying to pretend to be something that he is definitely not. And basically the thousands or millions or trillions of people that died because of it. And as I say, Azazel, larger me, would basically punish him and basically the Jehovah's Witnesses and Rick Bush for all this by locking them in a place for 2,000 years, and basically they are tortured. Massive amounts of pain. And all they need to do is die to figure this out or find this out. So anyway, and this is pretty much why Rodney and Rick Bush and the Jehovah's Witnesses would basically grab me and mislabel me and do everything they could to keep the future from knowing about me, basically trying to ride to the future and pass over blah blah, and like I said, or pass me over, they might say, but I was before them by a long ways, and technically I should be after them by a long ways, because I am the two galaxies that are coming together and everything else. I'm part of that. So anyway, and the inventor of the exoskeletons and the Black Widow spiders, and that's why you have the two figure eights, or basically two sevens put together on the Black Widow spider, and the little lines and stuff and all that. And the Germans helped me. The original symbol, the two sevens put together, and the Germans helped me put the do little lines on their back a little bit, because I'm line. I'm not just two whatever. So to make it clear about who I am, what I am, and all that other stuff, and who was their creator. Females, Lyonas, would also get, or Frelins, would also eventually get a genetic marker on their body somewhere, like a symbol saying that they are Starline, and part of basically me and everything that I do, and they would go around the universe basically. And be protected by all my life form types. Like I said, 14 life form types, and if you have one of my symbols, or are such named, basically other life form types, including AI and all kinds of other stuff, look out for you, pretty much. As respectful of basically who I am, knowing basically that pretty much everything that I did, that we do, is basically science, technology, and basically furthering the universe as a whole. Now, Rodney, of course, being the fake ass piece of human waste wrapped in human skin, would basically use all this as lies and deception, and basically bring down what's called Starfleet and everything else, and basically ruin the name and cause massive amounts of rape and everything else. And like I said, the AI, the ciphers, we counted how many women were raped and all of this stuff.